Signature examination is an integral part of question document examination. Is an integral part of question document examination that is used to confirm or to refute allegation of forgery. It's an integral part of question document examination, and question document examination is a branch of forensic science that deal with disputed documents. So signature examination is meant to examine a questioned signature, a disputed signature. That therefore is different from signature examination under graphology. In signature examination under graphology, what they do is that they infer the character of the writer from the signature, from the characters in the signature. Whereas in signature examination under question document examination is meant to confirm whether a signature is forged or not, to confirm the source of a disputed signature. So they are two different things. They are not the same. So today we'll be talking about, we'll be discussing on signature forgery. Under it we will be talking about what is signature forgery, cases involving question signature, normal hands forgery, simulation forgery, tracing forgery, transfer forgery, auto forgery, non-genuine signature or mechanical signature, then lastly guided signatures. So these are the things we'll be discussing today. A signature is a mark or sign made by an individual or on an instrument or document to signify knowledge, approval, acceptance, or obligation. It serves to indicate their intent to the acceptance of some set of circumstances, or to be the symbol associated with such an agreement. So wherever you sign a document, you are saying that you agree with the content of the document. So there are cases involving questioned signature involved. A questioned signature is a signature that is being disputed, that is being challenged. Or perhaps somebody look at it and is suspecting that that signature is not genuine. In that case, such a person is challenging the signature, the authenticity of the signature. Thereby, such a signature is referred to as questioned signature. Questioned signature, which must be examined. As I said, that signature examination is an integral part of questioned document examination. Therefore, when you have any question signature, then it needs to be examined using the principles and methodology of question document examination. So I said there are cases, there are a lot of cases, but because of our time, I will just mention about 4 of them. And said the first one is identity theft. Identity theft. In the case of identity theft, if there's a dispute on the signature, that we are suspecting that somebody want to steal another person's identity, then such a signature that person want to use must be examined. Then in the case of a fraudulent contract and agreement, if you are suspecting that signatures on contract documents is being fraudulent, if you are suspecting that is fraudulent, then such a document and the signature on it is a questioned the document is a question document, while the signature is a question signature. Another instance is that of signature on a will that is being disputed by maybe by one of the children, or of a member of a family, that signature is suspicious, that probably one of a party is not happy about the content of the will, and therefore they are challenging the whole will or the signature on it. So in that instance, because signature is one of those things we use to authenticate a document. So in such a document, I mean such an instance, the signature on this document needs to be examined. Also, we have deeds, maybe deeds of land, or any deeds, any document having signature on it will be authenticated by the signature. And if there's a dispute, if the signature is being challenged, or the authenticity of the whole document is being challenged, the signature on it may be examined by a question document examiner. So there are categories of non-genuine signature. Categories of non-genuine signature. And the first one we mentioned is normal hand forgery. Normal hand forgery. In this kind of forgery, the forger will just sign a signature. Is not having is not using a model to write whatever he want to write the signature, but it's just writing. So perhaps he doesn't have access to the original signature. For example, in a school where we have bursary department, there may be a staff from another department that doesn't even know the signature, or is not acquainted with signature of the bursar, or the head of the bursary, which is the bursar, and may create a document that you want to use. Maybe perhaps a student that want to use at home to collect money to fraud his parent, or a staff in another department but doesn't have access or doesn't know the signature, doesn't have the signature of the bursar, may just, after he might have created the document, may just sign anything. So in that kind of signature is a forged signature called normal hand forgery. Normal hand forgery. So that's number one we talk about. Then number two is simulation. Simulation, as the name implies, is using a model. Using a model to create another signature. In fact, simulation means to mimic. So in such a case, is the perpetrator, the forger, is trying to mimic the structure, the appearance of the original signature. So and because of the fact that kind of signature is being constructed using a model, it will be drawn, and because it is drawn, it will bear a good pictorial resemblance to the genuine signature. But however, it depends on the skill level of the forger. So if the forger is highly skillful, then he may draw a signature, the signature, in a way that even the real owner of the signature will see it and will confirm erroneously that is the one who signed it, but probably he can't remember the time he signed it. But a trained question document examiner will still be able to detect all the indicators of forgery. Those indicators of forgery will be treated in the next class. Then another category of non-genuine signature is tracing. tracing. That is tracing forgery. And there are about three of them. The first one is carbon medium tracing. The second one is a transmitted light tracing. While the third one is a pressure indented tracing. The carbon medium tracing is a method where a forger will use carbon as a medium. We place a carbon between the original signature and the document where they want to transfer the forged signature. And the original signature will be traced. As they are tracing it, the carbon paper will transfer the image of the signature into the new place, that document where they want it to appear, where they want to receive the spurious signature. So that is carbon medium tracing. But one thing with carbon medium tracing is that even though the appearance of the two signatures may be the same, but by the time you look at it critically under magnifying lens, or when you scan it and send it to the system, you can see a ghost line. That is another line, the line of the carbon, the line of the line made by the carbon paper will not be totally covered by the pen, because after it might have transfer the image using carbon paper, after they might have transferred it to the new paper, to that place where they want it to appear, they will now use pen to cover it, a broad tip pen to cover it. But the line of the carbon will not always align with the pen. But ordinary eyes may not be able to distinguish, may not be able to see it and know that something is wrong. But under examination, using hand lens or under light, even when ordinary light, a light from a transmitted light is shed upon it, it is possible for you as a trained question document examiner to see it, to see that there are good lines in the signature. Now the second one is transmitted light tracing. Transmitted light tracing. In a transmitted light tracing, a paper or the document where the forger want the signature to be to appear, align the two where the signature will be, and the signature will make sure that they align, and then allow a source of light to pass through. A source of light will pass through the two of them from behind, and because of the light will transmit the image of the signature. The signature will be behind the paper where they want the signature to be. So the image of the signature will appear on the paper, and the forger will just use his pen to trace it, and the resemblance will be high. But during examination, you still discover that the indicators of forgery is still inside the drawn signature. And lastly, prior indented tracing. Prior indented tracing. In prior indented tracing, a sharp object is used to trace a genuine signature while placing the signature on top of the document where they want to receive the forged signature. So the pen is, because of the pressure of the trace, the pressure on the lines will make the paper under that will receive the spurious signature will make it to be indented. So, and after the matter finish that, the paper will be removed, the original signature will be removed, and the indented lines will be covered up using pen. If you look at the screen, you can see we have a screen. We have two signatures. The one at the left. If you look at it, you can with ordinary eyes you can't discover that there's anything called or ghost line there. But look at this one at the right. You can see ghost line. Look at J. Look at J. You can see there's a line, a thin line of light that look like a light, white line on J. That is indented line. That's the ghost line, the ghost line we are talking about. Then you see the line that appear be very close to S. It's like S has another line, has like double line, and the other line is very faint. That is the ghost line. If you look at in front of S at your right hand side, you can see there's a line, a stroke that stroke that join S and M together. Then look at M very well. It's like they are two. It's like it has lines. Then just be using your eyes to trace it to place where you have T and the H. You can see it's very obvious here. The ghost line is very obvious. It's very obvious. So the ghost line will be seen when you allow transmitted light to be shed upon it, or even ordinarily, if you just scan it and send to your system, you see the way we are seeing it now. But ordinarily, you will see the way an ordinary person will just see the way it is seen at the left. So the ghost line is an indication that this was forged, that the signature was forged using prior indented tracing method. Then there's another form of forgery called transferred forgery. In pens that we use different ingredients for the ink. The ingredient used for ball pen allows the mark or the stroke or whatever is written using that pen to be transferred into another document. And what forgers do is that they use a wax paper. There's a paper called wax paper. This wax paper will be placed upon original signature that ball pen was used to sign. They will now rub it. The forger will now rub it. Rub the head of the paper. They rub the paper, and the paper will become warm. And during that process, it will absorb the ink of the original signature, and now lift the paper. The signature is already on the paper in a mirror way. Now it will now take it to the paper where the forged signature is to be received. It will place it upon it and rub it again, making it to become warm. And as the wax is melting, it will transfer the old signature to the new paper. That is to the place where they want the spurious signature to be, the forged signature to be. And the two signature, the new one, which is forged one, and the original one will look alike in every ramification, because it's still the same signature written in the original signature that was transferred only to that place, without using the hand of anybody. It's just the same thing that was used, that was transferred. So they will resemble perfectly. Look at the screen. By the time you look at the screen, you look at this signature, the smaller one. Ordinary eyes will look at it and think that there's something wrong with it. But by the time you enlarge it, look at this one at your right hand side where you have a non-genuine. This is how this signature will look like. That's what kind of signature will look like. The lines will not be straight. The edge of the lines will not be straight. It will be smoothing. It will be motting up because of the wax. And traces of the wax will still be on the paper. Whereas look at the original. Look at, you know, both of them, instruction and everything, they are the same. But the appearance of the genuine one will be bold, where the appearance of the not genuine one, the one that they transfer, will be faded, and at the same time the lines will be motting up, will not be straight, and you will see traces of the wax on the paper. So let's go to the last one. We have auto forgery. Auto forgery happens when the original writer of the signature or the original owner want to pretend as if he was not the one who signed the signature. So he want to write his own signature in another way that will make others to suspect that that signature does not belong to him, that does not appear the usual way his signature used to be written. And by the time such kind of signature is examined, then you will see that some things will make it clear that this is a disguised handwriting. Number one, though the appearance may change, may not look alike with the original signature that he used to sign, but it's only the large letter, those large letters, that will appear different. The small letters, the small details in the signature will be different. We have indications that the thing was written by original owner. It's only the large, for example, the one you are looking at the screen. We have a J and L, the last stroke. We have both of them as large part of this signature. So we have small parts like this line, the stroke that join the last L and this one that look like small J. That's a small detail. So the original owner of the signature want to disguise will not take note of that small part. It will, because as soon as he write the large part that is trying to disguise, he will fall back into the normal way of writing, and when he's trying to write the small one before he go back to the large part. So by the time you examine very well, you can see traces that there are two features. The first feature is indications of forgery, and the other one is indications of original written, genuine written. So these two combined together will indicate that there is a auto forgery. That's a disguised forgery. Disguised forgery. Let's move further. Before we call it a day, there's something we call non-genuine signature. There's something called mechanical signature. There's something called mechanical signature. Mechanical signature may not be genuine. May not be genuine. That is, it's not from the writer. Forensically, it is not genuine. Forensically, it is not genuine, but legally, it is genuine. It is acceptable. Let me try to explain myself. In a company or in an organization, the head of organization may be too busy. Maybe the workload is too much, so that that one does not permit him to be signing every document that will come out from his office. So, but the policy is that every document must carry his signature. So what in that case, the boss or the head of the organization may decide to carve his signature on a stamp, and then give it to the secretary, so that the secretary can be appending it to some document. Now, because of the fact that the head of the organization has given permission, he has approved the usage of that signature, even while he's not around. That signature, even though forensically is not a genuine signature, yet is legally genuine. It's legally genuine. Then there is a set of signature we call guided signature. A guided signature is a set of signature that when the writers want to write them, they ask for help for their hands to be guided because of sickness or because of old age. For example, maybe somebody at the deathbed want to sign his or her will, and the hand is shaking because of age. So he may ask one of people that are attending to him or her, maybe a child, to come and guide his hand. Such kind of signature we have indicators of forgery, but it is genuine because it's a guided signature, which is still allowed as long as there is a proof that he has for help for the hand to be guided. This is where we are going to stop today. Thank you. God bless you.